Hi, 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 hi. ఏం చేస్తా మంచిగా okay. In this unit 5 of system design using FPGA, fifth unit, okay. I would like to tell what are what are the design procedures for designing any system using FPGA. Okay, so what are so this is a case study. Okay, so these are the various topics in Unit 5. That is uh, how to design description. That means how the design should look, then how the design is partitioned into different sections, then how do you verify this design, okay, then how do you synthesize these blocks of whatever your design, then timing, worst case timing analysis and best case timing analysis, okay, then you have to get the netlist generation, then same verification after post layout, that means after doing synthesis and post, how do you verify your design, and how do you manage your uh, files, okay, design files of whatever you have done, okay. So these are the topics, and the textbook for this is this digital system design with VHDL synthesis by KC Chang, which is prescribed by J2H for the subject, okay. So in this, see, this is a case study. You can take any examples of your own, okay. In the exam you cannot write a big lengthy program, so you need to describe all the steps, the above steps. So this is microcontroller. So how is explained? So what you just define what a microcontroller is. We know that a microcontroller has some set of instructions to store, retrieve, manipulate and data. Okay, it takes from the memory some instructions, stores them in the memory, takes, selects them, retrieves and do some um, manipulating instruction, again it stores. That is the main purpose of it. So we know how to design this. First we have to describe your microcontroller, how many bits it is, how many words it contains. Generally description means what are the specifications of your design. Suppose I am designing for how many bits, so stack pointer, how many bits it should be, then the microcontroller, the microprogrammer control, how many bits, all this are to specify. That is called the specifications of this microcontroller, okay. You have to tell all how many bus length, how much it is, memory, how much it is. That is called the design description of your microcontroller. Next we know that microcontroller has so many blocks, okay. So uh, what are the different partitions that you have made, okay. This is called design partition of the controller, okay. So this is the actual block, okay. This is your processor block, and this is a microprocessor. So it has so many blocks. So this is one block, which is called stack pointer. And this is microcontroller. This is one mux. Then registers. Okay, this is one block. Then instruction ticket. So we partition like this. Okay. So you can just draw one block and tell that this microcontroller has this many uh, blocks, 1, 2, then marks 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can draw like this 5 blocks like this, and you have to tell how many pins. Okay, so like this. This is called partitioning and description. Okay, first two topics of your design description and design partition. Okay. and you have to tell all the pins what is the how many pins. So D0 to D11 all are registers. Directly put to the register marks. Then select lines I0 to I4 for selecting the marks. Okay, so you have to explain all this in this. Okay, then after doing dividing into partition, then you have to do the verification. Okay, how do generally we verify this design whether what we construct this model? Then this is done using writing the test bench program to do verification. That means if I want to test for each block, I have to write the test bench. And so in the design verification, you have to explain the test bench of this microprocessor. Okay, how you are giving, so raw pipelining chip. So this chip how you are giving, that all you have to describe using this test bench. Okay, so that is the meaning of after taking you will get the waveform now. So this is the test bench wave. So you need to explain the waveform here in the verification. Okay, that is a you have to explain the test bench and the waveforms. Okay, the timings. Then synthesis. Okay, design synthesis, what are the steps? So in design synthesis, the following synthesis step is used to synthesize the code of this. Okay, generally we write in a file. Okay, generally script file. So the following script file is used to synthesize the code blocks. So we specify actually, see here, sh data design code read fvis src from pack.vhtl. These are all modules and these are read from these files. Okay, for synthesis. These are some of the synthesis file steps. Okay, include, compile, create. Then you have to create clock of name, so which period. So these are the specifications for the period. Then skew, how much skew you are giving. This you have to specify delays. Okay. Then all is scan path, scan type, scan. This is for testing. Okay, all this should will be mentioned in your design synthesis. Generally, it is a script file. So this is the script file for that microprocessor. Okay, you have to write script file for synthesis. Okay, so when you write in this way, it is the output of the synthesis. So when you compile and execute this program, you will get all these blocks. So see, these were the stack, mux, UPC, control, registers, all this. So this is now synthesized. Your code is now synthesized. So this is the synthesis step. Okay. Generally, we write the synthesis code, script file, then you get the blocks. Okay. Then this is the timing report of after doing the synthesis. Then next is we are doing the timing analysis. Okay, worst case and best case analysis and netlist. Okay, so what we will do is this is also the two above SDF files. We got synthesis files, no? So these can be used on for post synthesis and post layout stimulation. We use these files and we run the stimulation, VHDL stimulation. Okay, the following command is used to run the VHDL stimulation once for the worst case and for the best case. Okay, using this format. Okay, so this is the format for writing the stimulation. Okay, worst case and best case timing analysis. Here we specify all this timings, all this worst case. You take some files and we read. Okay, so these two files we take and we write the. Okay, so this is the timing analysis step. Okay, and lastly, design management. Okay, in design management, how the sub files are arranged in this. That is the design, the directory, all sub files, how they are arranged. Generally, we write like this. You get for DB. We store synopsis, synthesize, design database. Whatever. Okay, synthesis files are there. It will be stored in this. stimulation. Okay, gate sim and gate sim work. Okay, so VHDL stimulation with gate sim work as well. All stimulation files will be stored here. Okay, release files. Similarly, str VHDL, structure VHDL codes. All the code files of your modules will be there in this. Then this is used to map, because if we are mapping to the FPGA, so the FPGA what you are taking, that will be written here. Okay, each is having one folder. Okay, similarly QSIM, directly scheme used for metagraphics for stimulation. Then reports, any synthesis reports, all timing reports of whatever you have generated will be there in the report folder. Okay, simulation is directly stream from the synopsis. It contains script files, all those things in this. Okay, so stimulation will be all these are used for hmm, managing your files, design managing file. Okay, so these are the various steps. Okay, unit 5 of this FPGA is one example for this. You can write for any code, but you are trying to code for this. Okay, you have to explain some 2-3 lines about each topic, that is design management. In design management you are trying this folder, it contains this and you have to explain. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you. Please like, do, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.